Hello there guys, welcome to one of my live videos, and on this video I am going to be giving you a match reaction for the Liverpool-Bournemouth game. Liverpool do get back to winning ways. They have just beaten Bournemouth by 2-1 at Anfield. Obviously, from a Liverpool perspective, they will be delighted to get back to winning ways because recently Liverpool have been in a bad vein of form. Obviously, prior to the game against Bournemouth today, they had lost 3 of their last 4 games in all competitions. Obviously, they did lose on Tuesday to Chelsea in the FA Cup. Obviously, they wouldn't have been bothered about that anyway in general because obviously, the FA Cup isn't a priority for Liverpool. Obviously, they did get thumped by Watford last week. Watford became the first team to beat them in the Premier League this season. Watford did end their 44-match unbeaten run. And of course, they are 1-0 down from the first leg against Atletico Madrid. And obviously, that game against Atletico Madrid on Wednesday for Liverpool at Anfield is a very, very big game for Liverpool. But I think Liverpool are more than capable of overcoming a 1-goal deficit. So I'll give you my analysis now on the game against Bournemouth. I've just watched some of the highlights. Wasn't, again, a great performance by Liverpool, but, they did get the job done, did Liverpool. Obviously, reflecting on the win, it's Liverpool's 27th win in the Premier League this season. I think it's now 22 wins in a row at Anfield for Liverpool in the Premier League. And, they now only need 3 wins, do Liverpool, from their 9 remaining games to clinch their first ever Premier League title. So, they are going to end their 30-year drought, and they are 25 points in front of Manchester City. But Manchester City, I think, have got 2 games in hand over Liverpool, but, it doesn't really matter anyway. So now let's delve into it. So, Liverpool, did make some changes from their 2-0 loss against Chelsea on Tuesday. Allinson, Adrian remained in goal because he was in goal on Tuesday against Chelsea. Allinson is injured. I don't actually know what's happened to Allinson, but, it was Adrian in goal. Trent Alexander-Arnold was playing at right back. He came back because he wasn't involved in the Chelsea game. So he was playing at right back with Trent Alexander-Arnold. James Milner was at left back. He came in for Andrew Robinson. I think, he's had a precaution or something like that as Andrew Robinson, so he wasn't involved in the game. So James Milner was playing at left back. Obviously, Mohamed Salah and Roberto Firmino all started. So he did make quite a few changes, did Jurgen Klopp. So Liverpool had to come from behind today to beat Bournemouth. Because they was losing the game, was Liverpool at one point. Bournemouth went 1-0 up through Callum Wilson. It actually, was a low cross from Jefferson Lerma. He had got the assist. But, it was very controversial, was Bournemouth's first goal, to be honest with you. I think there was actually no push from Callum Wilson on Joe Gomez. So, actually, it was a bit of a fuck-up from the referee. So, really, Bournemouth's goal shouldn't have stood. And this is what, a lot of Liverpool fans are saying. But, they did go 1-0 down, did Liverpool. But you've got to credit Liverpool, they did, show a good reaction from going 1-0 behind. Bournemouth, did quite well today. I think they had some good chances in the game. I think Ryan Fraser, was a threat for Bournemouth at times. Callum Wilson also did very, very well. I think also Junior Stanislas also caused problems for Liverpool. So, Bournemouth can take quite a few positives out of the game. They look very, very dangerous on the counter-attack. Obviously, Steve Cook came off injured in the first half for Bournemouth, so they'll be very disappointed about that. Because as it is at the moment anyway, Bournemouth have got a lot of injuries and, they are facing a relegation battle at Bournemouth. Liverpool's equaliser actually, came from a mistake from Bournemouth because Mane had dispossessed Jack Simpson. Obviously, fell to Mohamed Salah, and Mohamed Salah had equalised, and that was 1-1. Obviously, I think the game today was Mohamed Salah's 100th Premier League appearance for Liverpool, and reflect on his goal, that's now his 70th goal in the Premier League for Liverpool. So he equalised, and the second goal came from Sadio Mane. So Mane had got an assist for Salah's, and he also got his name on the score sheet, did Sadio Mane. Sadio Mane's goal was very, very good. Virgil van Dijk had got the assist for Mane's. He looped it over the goalkeeper well, and that was 2-1. So it did actually, stay 2-1, to be quite honest with you. Bournemouth had another great chance in the game as well. I do want to mention Ryan Fraser had looped it over the goalkeeper, but it was an absolutely fantastic clearance off the line from James Milner. So, that could have quite easily have gone in. So, yeah, so that's your match analysis on the game. I did say, didn't I, I expected Liverpool to beat Bournemouth because Liverpool have got a good, record against Bournemouth. They're beating them earlier on in the season at the Vitality Stadium by 3-0. Liverpool did bring some substitutions on in the game. Obviously, I think Adam Lallana came on. Also, too, Dick Origi came on. I think the players that played well for Liverpool are for, Virgil van Dijk again had a really, really good game. I think he actually, completed the most passes in the game. Milner, I thought, had a good game for Liverpool today. He's just come back from injury. Thought Salah had a good game. Mane, I think Mane got man of the match because also Sadio Mane played really, really well for Liverpool. Chamberlain as well. He also had a pretty decent game. But, I know it wasn't the best of performances from Liverpool, but Liverpool, will be just delighted to get the win. So, yeah, they are definitely going to win the Premier League this season. We obviously we know now Liverpool can't win the treble. They can't win the treble, can Liverpool, because obviously, they're no longer in the FA Cup. But, they're going to win the Premier League. They can still possibly win the Champions League. And like I mentioned, Liverpool have got a really good pedigree in the Champions League. Obviously, Liverpool are the most successful team in the Champions League out of the English clubs because Liverpool have won 6 Champions Leagues. They won it last season against Tottenham by 2-0. They got to the final the season before, but lost to Real Madrid 3-1 did Liverpool. Yes, they did. So I'm very, very convinced, there will be Atletico Madrid on Wednesday. Because obviously, reverting back to the first leg, like I mentioned, it was a very, very poor game. Did lack quality. Liverpool were poor. Atletico Madrid were also poor. And in the first leg, Liverpool didn't even register one single shot on target. And that's the the second time they failed to register a shot on target, under Jurgen Klopp. And Jurgen Klopp's now managed like 250-odd games as Liverpool manager. And, Jurgen Klopp now is into his 5th season at Liverpool. Obviously, Madrid's goal was very fortuitous anyway. Obviously, he'd luckily fallen to Sol Niguez because Fabinho had made the mistake and Sol Niguez, tucked it away. But yeah, the positive is from an Atletico Madrid perspective, though, that they have got that advantage because they're winning 1-0. Plus, they've had a lot of players that have come back from injury now because don't forget before they had Joe Felix out of injury, they had Herrera out. They also had, Kieran Trippier out, Diego Costa, Alvaro Morata, Emmanuel Sanchez. They've all now come back from injury. I think the only injury they've got now is Thomas Lemar and another player, they have got out injured, Atletico Madrid. But it will be a very, very tough game for Liverpool, but they'll be hopeful, that they can progress to the last day of the competition. But, yeah. And I think Liverpool's next 2 league games now is Everton, their next league game, if I'm right, and which is going to be a tough game for them. Then also, they have got Crystal Palace coming up. Everton will be tough. I could definitely, think they will beat Crystal Palace, though. Will Liverpool? I think from my own perception, Liverpool have been missing Jordan Henderson, because he's enjoyed a really good season for Liverpool as Jordan Henderson. He came off injured in the first leg, did Jordan Henderson, against Atletico Madrid. He came off. I think it did say he's due sometime this month, is Jordan Henderson, if I'm right. He's due back sometime this month. Obviously, now Allison's out. I don't know how severe Allison's injury is. Obviously, Naby Keita has just come back for Liverpool. He's no longer injured. He was on the bench today, was Naby Keita. Obviously, they've still got, Klein's still out. Shaqiri is still out for Liverpool. So, they haven't really got that many players injured now at Liverpool. But analyse it this season, they have had a lot of injuries. From a Bournemouth perspective, they'll be disappointed with the result, but, they'll, be delighted with the performance because obviously it's very, very difficult to go and get anything at Anfield. Liverpool have not, lost at Anfield for almost 3 years. I think they're unbeaten now in 50-odd Premier League games at Anfield are Liverpool. The last team to beat them at Anfield was Crystal Palace back in 2017. But they'll be delighted with the performance, and I do presume that Eddie Howe, would have took a lot of positives from the game. Taking into account though, Bournemouth have got a lot of injuries, like I mentioned. Steve Cook's now injured. Lewis Cook's just recently come back for them. Obviously, Harry Wilson's out. He's actually on loan at Bournemouth from Liverpool. He's Harry Wilson. Also, too, they've got Joshua King out, David Brooks, Lloyd Kelly, Charlie Daniels. I think he's out for the season for Bournemouth. They've got Charlie Daniels out. Chris Mepham, he's also another injury for Bournemouth. Jack Stacey just recently come back not too long ago. Junior Stanislas was injured earlier on in the season. So Bournemouth this season have been really affected with injuries. It's had a really bad effect on Bournemouth. Nathan Ike should have scored today, by the way, because he had that chance from that corner, didn't he, for Bournemouth. But, it was a very, very good save from Adrian. So Bournemouth, should analyse it, should have had more than one goal today. I think I've just read some of the stats. Didn't Liverpool have 14 shots in the game? Liverpool did create quite a lot of chances, to be fair. But Liverpool won't be bothered, they have got, the 3 points, that's all that matters. And I think now Liverpool have registered, 82 points, from 29 Premier League games? I think they have registered as many points as our 1999 team. And yeah, Eddie Howe, like I mentioned, he's been at Bournemouth for the vast majority of his managerial career. He was also at Bournemouth for the vast majority of his playing career, was Eddie Howe. He did have a spell at Burnley when he was younger, did Eddie Howe. Also, during his playing career, I think he had a spell at Portsmouth, and he also had a spell at Swindon, did Eddie Howe. But, they'll be very, very delighted, playing that good against, basically one of the best teams in the world, because Liverpool are, one of the best teams in the world without a shadow of a doubt. Obviously, when Liverpool do win the Premier League this season, it will be their fourth major honour under Jurgen Klopp. I think it'll be like Jurgen Klopp's sixth or seventh major honour in total, including the few titles, he won during his time with Borussia Dortmund. But, obviously, they won the FIFA Club World Cup earlier on in the season, they won the Super Cup earlier on in the season, and they won the Champions League at the end of last season, did Liverpool. So when they win the Premier League, that will be their fourth major honour under Jurgen Klopp, But like I mentioned, I think definitely Jurgen Klopp's philosophy is right for Liverpool. Like I mentioned, very, very good manager, hasn't won out to the extent of what Guardiola's won or what Jose Mourinho's won, but he's still a very, very good manager because he's got Liverpool playing expansive football. Liverpool do create good chances, and Liverpool are just very, very clinical, and that is the difference. And, like I mentioned, they have got a lot of good players. Jurgen Klopp's got a contract with Liverpool until 2024. I think minimum, like I mentioned before, he will see out his contract with Jurgen Klopp, and then when he does eventually leave, I think he'll probably, make a return back to Germany, will Jurgen Klopp. So this is what I do believe will happen. This is what, I think will happen. But I definitely, think that Liverpool will register at least 100 points this season. They'll probably get more than 100 points. So if they do that, they will break Manchester City's record from a couple of years ago, because, a couple of years ago, Manchester City did finish on 100 points. So I definitely do believe that Liverpool minimum will get 100 points this season. But they definitely they've pissed the league. Obviously, they have come close on quite a few occasions of Liverpool. They nearly, won it last season. They finished on 97 points. Then came close under the Brendan Rodgers era, did Liverpool, but didn't get it. Obviously, I think they came close under the Rafa Benitez era. But like I mentioned before, Liverpool, this is the best Liverpool team I've probably seen in Premier League history. Liverpool have had a lot of good players, by the way, up and down the generations. Same perception on managers. They've had a lot of good managers up and down the generations. But Jurgen Klopp is the best manager they've had, definitely, in this generation. But yeah, and Liverpool are aware that they do need to make more signings in the summer. If they are to continue this dominance, because obviously, they don't want to be one season wonders. Liverpool obviously want to continue this dominance, and, they are making plans for the summer. Takumi Minamino, he did play against Chelsea, by the way. Obviously, I think he'll get more opportunities going on into next season, if I'm going to be quite honest with you. Liverpool did pay 7.25 million for Takumi Minamino. That's how much Liverpool paid for him. He tends to play in the cup games, but I think he'll get more opportunities going on into next season. Like I mentioned, probably as good as a backup is Takumi Minamino. I think on the other hand, in the summer, Liverpool need to definitely get rid of players. I think Klein will probably go in the summer. They'll get rid of Dejan Lovren because a lot of Liverpool fans have been criticising Dejan Lovren recently. I think Joe Matip, he'll be moved on in the future, but I think he'll still be at Liverpool going on into next season. Adam Lallana, he's set to leave on a free transfer at the end of the season. He hasn't done much on Adam Lallana, but I don't think he gets in the team enough. Well, he doesn't start enough, let's be honest. But Liverpool have got a hell of a lot of midfielders in their team. I think Origi and Shaqiri will also be moved on, because they don't get enough starts at Liverpool. So yeah, they'll move around 4 or 5 players on, in the summer will Liverpool, and they will generate some money for some of their departures. Liverpool, I've spent around 460 million since Jurgen Klopp got recommended in. Quite a bit of money, but it's nowhere near to the extent of what we've spent or what Manchester City have spent. So it just proves always spending big on players and getting them Glasgow players doesn't always guarantee you success. So let's just put that into the equation. Obviously, Liverpool have been relentlessly linked with Timo Werner. Now, obviously, he's been a player on their agenda. I think if Timo Werner is to leave RB Leipzig, his preference is to make a move to Liverpool. Timo Werner the other week was talking a lot about Liverpool, but I think for Timo Werner to get in Liverpool's team, they'd have to sell one of their attacking trio in Salah, Firmino, or Mane, and I'm very sceptical that that's going to happen this summer. My club and Barcelona and all that have been interested in Timo Werner. Probably, would cost Liverpool maybe around 60, maybe it'd be in the 60 odd million pound range. It'd cost Liverpool. I think his release clause is around £51 million and it's due to expire in April. Obviously, Kai Havertz is on their agenda. Got a different perception on Kai Havertz than what I've got of, Timo Werner because I think Kai Havertz would get in the Liverpool team week in, week out because I think they're going to get rid of a couple of their midfielders this summer. And obviously, Kai Havertz is a midfielder. But he would cost Liverpool at least £100 million to convince Leverkusen to offload him. I've been reading recent reports as well, and there's still a lot of narratives going on regarding Philippe Coutinho, saying that he could possibly, make a return back to Liverpool. I don't see it happening, to be quite honest with you. Don't forget, Philippe Coutinho did endure 5 years with Liverpool and did really, really well. And I think now, to look at it, Coutinho will regret ever leaving Liverpool. He was a very, very good player for them. His versatility is good because I think, is he predominantly an attacking mid? He can play as a winner. I think you can also play Coutinho as a second striker. Liverpool were disappointed when they did lose him back in January 2018. But Liverpool did look at it from a financial point of view, that they generated a hell of a lot of money from his departure. They got around 142 million for Philippe Coutinho. Obviously, went to Barcelona and, was totally poor at Barcelona. I think he's on loan with Bayern Munich, is Philippe Coutinho. Liverpool only paid around 8.5 million for him from Inter Milan because that's where he began his senior career. Obviously had a loan spell with Espanyol where he actually played under Mauricio Pochettino's guidance. That's when Pochettino was, at Espanyol at the time. But I don't see, Coutinho going back to Liverpool. Maybe they've seen him as an alternative to Kai Havertz. So if they miss out on Kai Havertz, they'll try and go back in for Coutinho. But Liverpool have lost quite a few of their key players in recent years. Everyone thought they'd have crumbled when they lost the likes of Coutinho, when they lost the likes of Luis Suarez, and that. So they have lost quite a few key players, and there's probably others, that I haven't currently mentioned. Or don't forget as well, they had Daniel Sturridge. He was also very, very good for Liverpool. So they have lost quite a few of their key players in recent years. But Liverpool have backed the manager since he's come in. Took him time to settle in. But, he has now emulated that level where he does want to be. And Liverpool have addressed the deficiencies in their squad. Definitely. They've got, the best keeper in the world through Allington. Well, not overall, but you can say at this present time he's one of the best. He's Allington. Trent Alexander-Arnold, very good. He's provided a lot of assists. I think aspects of his game have improved. His crossing's very, very good, and I've got the same perception on Andrew Robertson. He's very, very good. is Andrew Robertson. I know he didn't play today, but his crossing is very, very good. So from my perception, some aspects of Andrew Robertson's game do replicate Trent Alexander-Arnold's. If I'm going to be quite honest with you, and Liverpool only paid $3 million for Andrew Robertson. You know, they got him from Hull, didn't they? Virgil van Dijk, is the best centre half in the world, definitely. There was a period, where no player managed to dribble past Virgil van Dijk, and that's very, very impressive. I think it was last season, wasn't it, if I'm right, or was it this season, if I can remember rightly? But no player managed to dribble past him. I know last season he won the PFA Player of the Year, with, reflect on his good performance. He's won the Premier League Player of the Season, and he's not far away now from making 100 appearances in the Premier League for Liverpool, is Virgil van Dijk, and it was good to see him from a Liverpool perspective, get the assist today for Sadio Mane's second goal. But definitely the best centre half in the world, and there's no explanation why Virgil van Dijk could want to leave Liverpool. There was rumours quite a few weeks ago now saying that he could go to Barca or Real Madrid in the summer. Probably won't spend the entirety of his career from now on with Liverpool, but he won't leave, in the summer. I think he'll be at Liverpool at least for the next 2 to 3 years, providing that, they can still keep, this consistency up. I think Van Dijk's got a contract with Liverpool until 2022. Like I mentioned, Salah, I don't think he's been brilliant this season, Salah. He hasn't really been clinical enough, but to be fair to Salah, he has created a lot of chances. I do believe, from my own perception, Mane and Firmino have been in much better form than Mohamed Salah. Yes, they have been in much better form. Firmino hasn't scored recently, though, so he needs to get back to scoring goals. Does Roberto Firmino? I don't think he's scored at Anfield for a while, to be quite honest with you. I do like Mane a lot. Mane is a player that can create chances. He can score goals. Very, very good player. He's Sadio Mane, and is also very, very clinical. I think Fabinho's enjoyed a good season for Liverpool. Liverpool got him from Monaco, but he was also very, very good at Monaco. Monaco did lose quite a lot of their good players, and this is why, they did crumble, did Monaco. They did win the title for the first time in nearly 2 decades. They won the Liga 1 because, obviously, they had the likes of Mbappe, they had Fabinho, they had Benjamin Mendy, they had Bakayoko, didn't they, at one point, if I'm right, did Monaco, so they did have a lot of good players, but they lost all their key players, didn't they, don't forget. Did Monaco and that, Lamar, he's another one, they lost him. So, yeah. Georginio Wijnaldum, very, very good player. He also played today for Liverpool. He'll be moved on in the future, but he won't be moved on in the summer and that. So, yeah, so that's your match reaction for the Liverpool-Bournemouth game. I probably will be doing a preview for the Liverpool-Atletico Madrid game, which is on Wednesday, 8 o'clock kickoff. Obviously, Liverpool cannot concede in that one because, as you all know, away goals do count in the Champions League. But, that's going to be a very, very big game for them. So anyway, guys, drop your comments, likes on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon. Thanks for watching.